Welcome to this lesson on central and inscribed angles. Central and inscribed angles are two types of angles that you'll find in a circle, and they are named because of their vertex. So a central angle, the vertex is in the center of the circle. So here is the vertex of this angle. It's the center of a circle, so this is a central angle. And to find the measure of the central angle, the formula is the angle measure equals the arc measure. So because the arc is 80 degrees, the angle will also be 80 degrees. The next type of angle that we're going to talk about in a circle is an inscribed angle. And the vertex of an inscribed angle is on the circle. So, like here, it's on the perimeter or on the circumference of the circle. So this is an inscribed angle. On this one, both of these are inscribed angles, so we have two. And the formula is angle equals arc divided by 2, or angle equals half the arc. And as you can see, 40 is half of 80, and 75 is half of 150. So let's try some examples with these. And number 1, it says to find the missing arc. So first you want to determine, is this a central angle or an inscribed angle? And number 1, our vertex is the center of a circle, so it's central. So easy, the angle and the arc are the same. So the arc will be 160 degrees. On number 2, the vertex is on the circle, so this is an inscribed angle. Now on this one, we're given the angle and we're trying to find the arc. So let's go back to our formula. The formula says the angle equals the arc divided by 2. So my angle is 100. My arc is, well, we don't know, x times 2. So if we want to solve, we can multiply by 2 on both sides. So my arc is 200. And really all we did was double the angle. So if we want to write this, the arc is 2 times the angle if you're going the other way. All right, let's look at the next one, number 3. So this one we actually have 2 inscribed angles. Both vertices are on the circle. I'm going to use different colors here so you can see both. Kind of looks like a butterfly shape or a W shape, but there's actually just 2 angles that overlap. And both of these angles form the same arc. They both make a 136 degree arc. So one angle is already given to us, 68. So to find the other one, since this is inscribed, we take the arc and divide it by 2. So 136 divided by 2, that gives us 68 degrees. So the other angle is also 68 degrees. And actually, anytime you have 2 angles that form the same arc, those angles will be equal in measure. All right, and then on number 4, we have lots of different angles and arcs here, but they are all central because their vertices are all the center of the circle. So let's start with what we know. So 64 degrees, because central angles and arcs are the same. 52 degrees and 52 degrees here. And then we're going to have to use some things we've learned in other units to answer the rest of this problem. So remember back to our angles. We learned about vertical angles, which are opposite angles, and they are congruent. So right here, 52 degrees and 52 degrees, those are vertical, so they're going to be the same. And the arc will also be the same. And then to solve for the rest of the circle, we can divide the circle into 2 halves. So the bottom half is 180 and the top half is 180. So let's find the bottom half first, that missing piece. So we can take 180 minus 52, and that gives us 128. And then for the top half, we can add 64 plus 52 and subtract that from 180, and we get 64. Alright, so you can go ahead and stop the video now and complete the practice and check it with your teacher.